All right, AI, let's get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're gonna do.
Let's get it started, man. Let's get it started.
Set up! Set up! Get him! Get him!
Come get it! Focus! Focus!
Good work, AI. Keep grinding. Still room for improvement.
Hey, see you later, man.
All right, AI, let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do.
Yo, 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 yo! Son! I see him, I see him. Good shot, good shot! Shot, shot, shot!
That's one way to do it. Not the best way,
Yeah,
but
let's
it's
go,
one way.
let's do it!
All right, AI. Good to see someone who values the mid-range game. Now let's see how this works.
Turn it up! Right there! Hey, he can ball, huh? Box out! Good shot, good shot! I got ball!
let's go. No more dilly-dally.
Next time, next time.
All right, AI, let's get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're gonna do.
Get it started, man. Let's get it started. Good shot, good shot. I see him. That's all you can shoot it. Hit that all day. Someone get on him. Hey, he can ball, huh? Turn it up! Turn it up!
Great way to end it, AI.
Hey, hit me up.
Jazz Gaming won their last 2 games, but didn't have enough fall their way to sneak into the top 7.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it'll be the New York Knicks going up against the Orlando Magic. For Orlando, they won their last matchup, that game against Chicago. That game was a dominant performance.
Yeah. Cool.
Oh, hey, come on, guys, really? It's,
Hold on, let me get this.
no, don't take a picture. It's just a unibrow, all right? And it's temporary. Leave me alone.
Let's go back.
No, I'm not taking this up. Man, give me that phone. Give me that phone, Charlie.
I got important things on here.
Y'all play too. No, no.
Let's post and share that. Come
I'll
on,
send it
come
to
on,
you
come
right
on.
now.
Oh, don't, come on. Yeah, nice to see you too.
Yo, good luck out there.
Remember, sports fans, if the home team scores more than 100 points this game, all audience members will receive a
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. The Magic again playing host, continuing their homestand in this one. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Knicks team. Last year was a lopsided affair as they were able to take all 4 games in the series, earning the sweep.
Yeah, and they came out with a W every time they played this squad last year. A stark contrast drawn between the conference's haves and have-nots.
Guys, they deserve a lot of credit for not losing focus and letting one slip away. They came to play every time, and I expect that'll be the case tonight.
You know, Clark, some say slow and steady wins the race. That's been the approach for both of these two teams.
Well, there are a lot of different ways, Kevin, to have success on the basketball court. We like the high-octane up-and-down approach. We've seen that work, but it's also possible for teams to be effective in the half court, taking quality shots, controlling the pace a little more, and high-level execution becomes a premium then.
And I think both these coaches know they've got to have the style and speed that fits their lineup, fits the guys they've got on that roster.
Coach to your personnel.
And now the New York Knicks starters. You've got Knox. Vonleh's out there with Howard. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Blackwell in at the 5. Now here's Howard. Coming off a solid outing against Washington. Here's Fultz. Brown kicks to Vucevic. Brown inside, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
New York's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Butler against Fournier. Shots good by Butler.
And, you know, Butler's a good scorer inside. Excellent at feeling out the defense.
Here's Orlando now. It's a 3-point game. Here's Brown. The Knicks pull it in. And they're on the break. And there's the pass to Knox. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Good on the 13-footer. And here's Fultz. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Brown, good.
Nice way to start the evening. His numbers getting called, and for good reason.
Well, you know, Greg, they can count on him to get buckets. I mean, he's getting the ball because he's very efficient when he has it.
Blackwell, the pass to Vonleh. Here's Howard. And all around the rim that time before dropping in.
The concentration, the strength, the balance. Howard doing a nice job staying focused on the rim despite getting hit.
And Fournier kicks to Brown. Lets it go. Rebounded by Howard.
And the defense that time was late. And you got to feel fortunate he didn't put that one away.
And that one's good by Butler.
And off to a strong start offensively. He's got a nice touch.
The Magic have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And guys, Dwight Howard, a top 20 all-timer in rebounding, an 8-time All-Star center. Greg, will he be a Hall of Famer someday, you think?
Oh, he's a lock to be a Hall of Famer when you look at those numbers. Not to mention a 3-time Defensive Player of the Year. And at his peak, one of the most impactful big men we've seen in the game.
Now, here's Brown. This game an incredible scoring display for him. And Fultz gets it to go.
Man, I like the quick catch and release from Fultz. A confident shooter who's ready to fire as soon as he catches it.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here.
Yeah, you can sense he wasn't happy with how things are going here. Probably looking to change it up a bit.
Nothing wrong with that. You got to be flexible. When something isn't working, you adjust, you modify, you go to something else. That's what the best coaches do.
going with an almost entirely new group here. Bamba is checked in for Vucevic. Isaac comes in for Aaron Gordon. Frazier, he's checked in for Evan Fournier. And it's Jaron Grant in for Fultz. Here's Dotson. It's Chandler high post. Bledsoe outside. Clock at 6. 13 feet away. Here's Chandler. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Chandler's got his first basket.
And you just hate to give up those second chance points.
Yeah, those are back crushers. I mean, they really crack your back when you give teams second shots like that.
And he gets it to go.
Yeah, and this is something Bamba does so well. Unbelievable recognition and timing to come up with offensive rebounds.
Smith the pass to Dotson. For 3, Bledsoe. It's hauled in by the Magic. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
And I love the fact that they did such a good job of really reacting to what the defense was giving them.
Nothing was forced. Smart basketball was played, and they took advantage of any weakness they saw.
Here's Knox after the made shot from Brown.
Boy, he shows a lot of desire when he's fighting for that tough board, and his length doesn't hurt either.
And there are the Magic with another bucket.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Chandler scanning the floor. Fires from the line. It's hauled in by Frazier.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Here's Brown. And again, it's Orlando converting.
Just a great hustle play there. Energy and passion. This is what you play the game for.
And so it's the Orlando Magic in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Jimmy Butler, a hard worker on the floor and off the court as well, possesses a unique individuality.
I worked extremely hard to get where I am today, so whenever you walk to my house, you see a really big, some may call it obnoxious, boombox aquarium, but I love music. I don't really watch too much TV. It's always music, so it's just another thing to remind me, continue to be who you are. It just has fish inside of it.
Boombox aquarium, huh? Points for originality, Greg.
Butler, not shy, breaking from convention, beats to the rhythm of his own drum.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And from what we've seen from Orlando, what do you guys see?
Through that first one, they've turned this thing into a track beat.
Yeah, outworking them right now, plain and simple. I mean, they've been terrific in the open floor.
Grant is out there with Frazier. Then there's Brown. Then it's Bamba. And it's Mozgov in at the 5 down low. That's who's out there for Orlando. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, the kid in his last game against the Bulls delivered a big performance. He finished with 48 points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what became a great exhibition on his part. When you look at the stat sheet, he was mind-blowing. It's hard to imagine he can follow it up tonight with that same level of production. Kevin, we'll see.
Thanks, David. It was a performance that not many players are capable of.
I know I won't forget it for a while, and you have to think he'll keep it rolling here tonight. When you're that hot, it takes a while to cool down.
And you know what, Greg? I think defensively they're going to be ready for him. They won't make things easy. Coming off a game like he just had, I mean, he's going to get a bunch of attention.
Jefferson's checked in for the Magic. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Smith is checked in. Good on both. We always talk about the need for front court players who can both shoot and defend along the perimeter. Clark, if you're taking that in mind, who would you point to as the prototype for the new school big?
Well, I think the guy with the most potential in that regard is Joel Embiid. I mean, he's agile. He's got a nice touch. He's got three-point range. He's got post-up ability. and I think he can become an impactful defender because of his physical attributes. So he would be the poster guy for me in terms of the potential prototype for the new school big.
Fultz, he's checked in for the Magic. Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for the Knicks. And we've played through the first minute here in the second. Smith dishes to Chandler. 6 to shoot. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts. And so here's Orlando. They've led by as much as 10. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. And that'll be the 4th of this 5-game homestand. The kick out to Brown. Frazier outside. Orlando needs to get off a shot. Brown, good.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
And it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Bledsoe.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Orlando making some changes. Vucevic comes in for Mozgov. And Evan Fournier subbed in for Frazier. Orlando leading by 8. Fultz kicks to Brown. It's Fournier on the wing, covered by Smith. Brown the pass to Fournier. Just 5 to shoot. The 3. Kept alive Orlando. Knicks trail by 8. Pass to Butler. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Pass to Vonleh. In the corner, Smith with it. New York needs to get off a shot. Howard misses.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Well, it's been a terrific career for Dwight Howard. I mean, you think about it, he's dominated at both ends of the floor, and obviously one of the outstanding rebounders of all time. Who else would put up 30 and 30 in a game at age 32? That's going for the cycle, 30, 30, 30.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. And, of course, with Howard Clark, there's been some debate. Will he be voted into the Hall of Fame?
Well, I think he's got to...
And so that's the end of the first half. Orlando out in front, up by 15. And now we'll send it over to David.
Kevin,
thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. A fantastic game from the kid in this one.
Oh, well, they've done a good job of letting the game come to them, and really few forced shots here so far.
And, you know, Greg, I like how they've set the pace. There's a lot of time left in this one, so there's no rush. You don't have to go 70 miles an hour. Keep it at about 45.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. Setting the floor for the Knicks. They've got Jimmy Butler. Vonleh's out there with Knox. Then there's Howard. And it's Blackwell in at the point. Passes to Knox. Fires from deep. The shot, no good. And Orlando the other way now.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the chart.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
And that last replay, courtesy of the Under Armour Hover Havoc, unleashing a little bit of chaos. Right wing. This one for three. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Vucevic has got his 5th rebound in this one.
Obviously, I mean, it would go a long way if he's making his shots. Right now, they're behind, and they certainly could use his help. They're up right now because he's been dominant on offense, and, man, I like seeing him catch fire like this.
Here's Blackwell. Second chance shot. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Brown, right side. First minute and a half of basketball here in the 3rd quarter. Count that bucket. Brown's got 30 points. New York's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the 2nd half. Kicks it to Howard. Butler against Fournier. Shot to stop the run, and it's Orlando with the rebound.
Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime.
One of the buzzwords we hear all the time now, Clark, two-way player. But when you were out there, everyone had to be, it seemed to me, a two-way player.
Yeah, you know what? I think it's interesting when you see some of these terms that come into vogue. There's not much that's new under the sun in terms of the game. And clearly, two-way players were as valued in the past, even before me, as they are now. I just think it's part of the language of the game now where it's more prevalent.
And Orlando making a change here. Jefferson's checked in, and a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. Here are the Magic now. The Magic have gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. Fultz kicks to Brown. Rebounded by Howard. Howard's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the 2nd half.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Markelle Fultz. That is his first foul of the game. The Knicks making a switch here. Bledsoe's checked in. New York moving it around. Butler finds Bledsoe. Just 5 on the clock. And it's blocked by Brown. And now it's Brown running. He can go all the way and finished off by Brown.
Kevin, for a young player, I like the way Fultz sees the floor. He knows and feels when a guy is open.
New York calls timeout.
Yeah, you know, some of it's shot selection, some just bad luck, and they just can't get anything going.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they've been a bit unlucky. Some of it is poor shot selection, in a slump, no doubt. But it can be turned around. They just need to find ways to score the ball.
Orlando making some changes. Bamba is checked in for Jefferson, and it's Frazier in for Evan Fournier. And New York making a change here. Vonleh dishes to Bledsoe. Outside Butler. Bledsoe passes to Butler. 5 to shoot. Smith outside. Shoots over Frazier. And that one goes long.
And they just tried everything to stem the tide here, but nothing seems to work.
Yeah, they can't find anything. They're lost right now. Everything's working against them.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, it is the era of positionless basketball, but how exactly did we get here? Well, new defensive rules at the turn of the century encouraged face-up scoring, motion-based offense, and guard play over isolation and post-ups. As a result, offensive roles have become more interchangeable.
It has become a positionless game now.
Oh! Hey, hey, hey! Wow, we are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special.
A circus dunk for you right there, guys.
The The shot by Bledsoe, nobody around. And it's off from three-point range.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Brown against Butler. Rebound by the Magic. Bamba's got 6 rebounds here tonight. There's the pass to Brown. It's rebounded by Vonleh.
Yeah, that's just poor decision-making. He's got to be better in those situations.
Greg, I just think he was in a hurry. He flat out rushed it. I mean, I don't know what he was thinking there. He actually was in a brain-neutral position.
And the dunk by Chandler.
You know, the athletic game of Chandler helps tremendously. He's awesome at flying up to complete alley-oops.
Brown, good. Brown's got 41.
Defense has no answer for him. I mean, none. They look completely lost. He's been on fire.
Bledsoe kicks to Butler. Shoots over Brown. Shot's good from Butler. Butler's got 4 points in the quarter.
And over time, he's been a work in progress, but Butler has developed a solid jumper. I mean, when he's got his feet up under him, he's a knockdown scorer, folks.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. It's the Magic as they end the third quarter with an energy burst, a 19-6 run. 2K Sports, back in a moment from the Amway Center. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates.
So it's the Knicks now. They've got Grant. Brown out there with Jefferson. Then it's Evan Fournier. And it's Mozgov in at the 5. That's who's out there for Orlando. Bledsoe outside. 6 on the shot clock. Blackwell defended by Jefferson. Count it. In the recent CBA, there have been a lot of provisions put in there for retired players. Health insurance, increase in pensions, Clark, reimbursement for tuition. What do you think of these changes?
Love them, Kevin. Absolutely love them. And again, credit to the league and to the Players Association for thinking outside the box, reaching back to benefit some of the former players that are actually in need of these benefits and deserving of them. Come on now. Those guys paved the way in many ways for what we see of the league now. And most players appreciate and recognize that. And for it to be tangibly recognized and rewarded is great to see. I love it.
And Jefferson sends it back. Grant against Bledsoe. And there's Brown. That's good on the assist by Grant. Brown's got 43 points. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for the Magic?
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
And the shot is good.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Orlando.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
And asserting themselves up front here, guys. They'll be taking the front end of a 4-game season series between these two. They've got to feel good about getting the upper hand tonight against the Knicks.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for the kid.
There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
Pass to Dotson. Blackwell, the pass to Ilyasova. Offline with his three. And so Brown will bring it up for the Orlando Magic. Right block shot, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. New York called for the foul. And that one misses. And he sinks the second. Here's Dotson. 27 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Out to the right wing. Ntilikina drills the three-pointer.
Man, good to see Ntilikina square up from deep. Has the size and touch needed to knock home these threes.
Brown outside. He got it again. Sensational. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
Here's Ntilikina. Pass to Dotson. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone.
Yeah, so my old coach used to tell me about these sandwiches, and man, I feel like I could go for one of those right now, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm sore.
Hey, AI. Guys in the studio have a few questions for you.
Oh, cool.
Right this way.
Thanks, Charlie.
Yeah.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Shaquille O'Neal to my right, Kenny the Jet Smith on my left, right here in the middle, I'm Ernie Johnson. And a chance now to head down to the locker room for our postgame interview.
Hey, Shaq here. First off, I got to say congratulations for putting up the career high in points.
Thank you.
What do you see that allowed you to take over the game on the offensive end?
Oh, man. Well, Shaq, I saw a lot of good looks. You know, thanks in part to my teammates. I mean, they would get me the ball right where I wanted it all night, and when that happens, it makes things easy. So, shout out to my teammates for that one.
Yeah, it made you look good today, buddy.
Yes, sir.
And thank you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. We'll see you next time, and the time after that, too.